Saquon Barkley, a first ballot Hall of Famer no matter which way you look at it. During his high school campaign, he broke records for rushing yards with 3,642. He broke the single season record as well as total touchdowns with 63. Known for his acrobatic hurdles ever since his time in the maroon and gold at Penn State and all the way to the NFL. Barkley proving his Hall of Fame worth even more so during a 2,000-yard rushing season with the Eagles and while playing a pivotal role in winning Philadelphia's second Super Bowl title. But through all of his accomplishments, being a part of this 2025 Hall of Fame class is up there as one of his biggest aspirations.
Outside of making it into the NFL, this probably was my first goal, to be completely honest. Wanting to break the records and wanting to, implant my legacy here, and wanting to make it in the Hall of Fame. So it's up there. It's up there pretty high, and God's been good to me for the last few years. So it means a lot to me to be, especially the 2012 soccer team. I feel really honored to be, especially with them. But I remember being, playing for Whitehall basketball and sitting there, and Coach Jones would make us watch and have all the people that come up and get inducted to the Hall of Fame, and wanting to be part of that and wanting to do that. So to have my name tied up with all the greats from Whitehall, I just remember literally as a kid thinking about looking up how many yards Coach Bonshak, how many yards or touchdowns he rushed for, and trying to beat him. I remember when I broke the touchdown record against Liberty here, and Mr. Hartman was in the back of the end zone, and I literally I gave a yes, I did it. Those stuff I still think about that to this day. So it's an honor to be part of the Hall of Fame, and especially with so many great athletes and great people.
And those that have known him since his days as a Zephyr will be the first to tell you what you see is what you get. And that's a driven, humble guy from Copley, Pennsylvania that knows firsthand that you cannot be great without the greatness of others.
Just to watch him grow up and get to this point is awesome. And it's the same for me as any student I've ever had and any player I've ever coached. It's just wonderful to see them reach their goals. And that's the ultimate goal as a teacher and an educator, as a coach. That's what you want. So just looking back on him, in middle school, seeing him being just a squirrely little kid to an adult and gives back to his community, it's wonderful.
I tell everybody, all the kids that ask, oh, you coach Saquon, and how did he do it? He set goals, and he worked extremely hard, harder than most people probably even realize, to get them. Here at Whitehall, at Penn State, and 2018, he hit the NFL, and what are your goals, Saquon? Become the best running back in the NFL, and guess what? He did it.
I would not be the person or player that I am today, without this community, and they poured a lot into me. So, and every time I go out there, I want to be able to represent Whitehall and represent Copley and make everyone proud.
It was that Zephyr tough mentality that was instilled over a decade ago. That remains very present in Barkley's life, both on and off the field. A mindset he still uses, but also one he hopes to inspire all that look up to him.
It's very similar to kind of a very, one of my favorite athletes, Kobe Bryant. And definitely I know when I was going through, it's been a lot of highs, right? Win the Super Bowl, rush 2,000 yards, all over TV. But people fail to realize or forget that there was a year or two where I played 8 games in 2 years and blew my knee out, and the knee injury that I had, if I would have did that in 2001, I probably would have been done. But I had to have the Zephyr tough mindset to fight through that and to be resilient and to compete and take my mind back to when I was in here. I was like, we got to beat Parkland, we got to beat Liberty, and that stuff helped me get back to this moment and get back to the player that we're seeing today.
He inspires this community, like most of our kids, they have struggles and challenges as high school and elementary school kids, and he was no different than my kids or, him or whomever. And so to overcome and see there's things that we can beat through hard work and perseverance and work ethic, he was that.
Just being the role model on and off the field that he is every day. We talked in class today to the kids, what's the great thing you love? And they talk about the football aspect. But me seeing him as a human being and, the person he is in the community and carrying himself the right way, it's awesome to see.
Having him within this community in the Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania, he is such a good person to look up to. I am so proud to have my kids look up to him. So I know as parents, you are guiding your child in the right direction if you have them following his footsteps and looking up to him. Even if you're out of state, whatever it may be. We're fortunate enough to be right here. But he's not one of those that what you see on TV isn't what you see behind the TV. What you see is what you get from him.
It's just to be able to say I saw Saquon Barkley live is surreal to me. To me, I watch him play and I still feel like we're back in high school and him making these moves and runs. But for these kids to have someone like him to look up to, it makes all of us proud.
Want to watch all of our SEN programming live? Anyone can for only $9.95 a month, no matter who your cable or internet provider is. Click the link below, download, and sign up today.